Hi guys and dolls, how are you? Oh Lord, they're making me tired. They're making me tired. Okay, so I wanted to tell you girls, those of you that are going on a first date, they have so many do's and don'ts. Don't do this, don't do that. Don't wear this, don't wear that. Don't wear this color, don't wear that color. It's too loud, it's too bright. What will he think about it? You know what? Do what you want to do. All right? Within reason. Because a lot of people have mental baggage and a lot of people bring that baggage to their dates. So then they look for, because they have mental baggage that they haven't dealt with in the past, they bring those issues on the date. And when they do that, they're looking for flaws, looking for reasons to get rid of you. You part your hair on the left. I don't like that. I like my hair parted on the right. So I'm over the top. All right. My hair has been pink, purple, not blue. Well, that's not true. It has been turquoise in the past. I can't lie. I forgot about that. I'm over the top. That's my personality. That's just who I am. I'm over the top. And I want my lashes over the top. I want them to be all the way up to my my hairline. All right, that's how big and long I want my lashes. However, when you go on a first date, you might want to tone it down. You don't know this person. They don't know you. And so you might want to tone some things down. So what I did was today I practiced with baby wispies. These are baby, I don't have pencil on. I have some pencil on. Anyway, these are baby wispies by Ardell. So it almost looks like I don't have lashes on. Can you see them? I don't know how well you can see. But they're baby wispies by Ardell. So if you want to go to a church function or you want to go to a first date and you want lashes, but you don't want anything that's, your usual craziness, you could go more subtle with these. Ardell baby wispies is what they're called. I also suggest that for those of you doing lashes for the very first time, that you go through the ones with the see-through, hold on. You go through the ones with the baby, with the clear line. Where you put the glue, it's kind of clear-ish. Obviously, where the lashes are, it's not clear, but the rest of it is clear because those are way easier to apply than the ones that have that thick black band. Those are a pain in the ass to adhere. They are. I use them, but they're not my favorite. But they give a dramatic effect, but they're a pain in the behind. They are. So here they are. Actually, they're called Ardell Professional Wispies, and they're called Baby Wispies. So it's going to be backwards, obviously, for obvious reasons. It's going to be backwards. But that's what they look like, baby wispies. Okay, so it looks like you really don't have anything on. So if you're ever in a situation where you just want to tone those down, you want the lash effect without, being up to your hairline like I do, get the baby wispies. You'll be good. So I had a date Thursday or Friday, and then I canceled it. And I'll tell you why. I also got rid of Hinge. Hinge has a bunch of losers on there. Nobody is serious. Not a one is serious. There's a lot of avoidance on there, avoidant personality, where they really want the attention and want you to look at their picture and go, oh my God, he's so cute. They get an ego stroke from that. But they're not on a dating site to date. 99.9% of them are not interested in dating, regardless of being on a dating site. They're full of shit. I don't give a flying rat's ass what they put on their page. They're lying their ass off. They're lying, they're lying, they're lying, they're lying. They don't want romance and love and marriage and kids and let's run off into the sunset. I don't want to grow old by myself. Bullshit. Okay. That's designed to sucker women in so that they can start working your panties off. Men think that we're dumb like them. And they think not all men are dumb, but a lot of them are. And, they just think that if I say a bunch of romantic words, she's going to fall for it. If I tell her how much I love to hold hands and I love to kiss and I love to give a woman flowers and long walks on the beach, they know women fall for that dumb shit. So they're going to put that all up and down their profile so they can find out who's a sucker and who's not. If they think that you're a softy sucker, then you write to them and go, oh my God, you sound like such a romantic guy. And he's like, got one. I threw my fishing rod in and I got one. I got a bite. Okay, so you can't fall for the BS words. In fact, you can't go for whatever they say, period. So anyway, long story short, I was talking to this individual, and he's very young, so he should have a sex drive that goes all the way up to the roof, and he started the sex talk, which I should have stopped it then. Because we haven't even met in person yet. You already talking sex talk. Oh, anyway, I'm tired. Just exhausted with the bullshit. So then he came off like he was sensual in bed, and I like to look in my partner's eyes, and I like to kiss her. I can get off while I'm kissing her, while I'm thrusting. Like I can, while we're in the mix, I can get off while kissing her if we're, doing the deed. And then he said today, which we shouldn't even be having these conversations, truth be told, because I haven't met your ass yet, but it worked in my favor, and I'll tell you why. Then he said today that doesn't always get him off. Now, the other day he said it does get him off if he kisses while he's doing it. And then he said today he doesn't get off that way. And I said, well, you should. And he said something about, well, I don't always get off that way and blah, blah, blah. So he's backtracking and moonwalking like Michael Jackson. He's moonwalking. Come to find out, he was hinting that he wanted, after he got the woman off, he wants to be pleased afterwards. That tells me that he wants to be orally serviced. I find men obsessed with oral sex. I'm not obsessed with it. If I never get it again, I'm good. It's not that. It doesn't make me climb the roof. I know it makes people climb the walls. They go crazy. Oh my God, I can't get off unless a guy's doing that. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not one of those. So I'm not obsessed with it. In fact, it makes me tired. The whole thing makes me tired. So yeah, he sang one song yesterday. Today he's singing a different song. But besides that, which is all of that's inappropriate, but it told me exactly who he is. It tells me that he's an avoidant personality. I don't know any man who doesn't get off on being in there. One of my friends said, well, there's a possibility that he's had a history of sexual abuse. It could be that he's so used to pleasing himself that he can't respond when he has a partner. I think all of those are possibilities. And he's avoidant. He can't get off because he doesn't really want to be intimate with you in the first place. But he will put himself in the king position. And he will sit on his throne and let you bow down before him to orally service him. Because men get off on... That's like a royalty thing. I'm on my throne and you're a peasant and you're below me. And I guarantee you, he probably thinks you're below him outside of the bedroom. Not for all men. Not all men think this way. So please don't misconstrue what I'm saying. Not all men feel like if a woman orally services, she's automatically a peasant. But some men who are egotistical and avoidant personalities, they're more than happy with that because they get off on watching you bow down in front of them. And you know what? I'm not freaking playing with you assholes anymore. I'm done with your stupidness. I'm done. So I canceled it. So there is a guy in one of the meetup groups. He's interested in meeting me. I will probably meet him pretty soon because they have meetup groups all the time. And it's like too freaking funny. Okay. So I may meet him. All right. Yeah, I may meet him. But because I'm tired of meeting people on a avoidance behind a wall. Because a computer is a wall. A cell phone is a wall. The keyboard is a wall. All of these walls are what they hide behind so they don't have to deal with you in real life. And if they do deal with you in real life, they want something out of it. So the Friday date wanted some skins, even though he said he couldn't do anything because he's got a problem with his hip. I never asked you to do anything in the first place, truth be told. He just came out and said he couldn't do anything. And some other comments ensued that I'm not even going to go into. And then the guy before him that was supposed to meet me, but he stood me up because he wanted some frolic. He wanted some fun. Fun and frolic, fun and frolic, fun and frolic, fun and frolic. I said it 4 or 5 times. I know what you're getting at now. Now I caught a hint. I might be a little slow sometimes, but I caught it. And I'm like, there won't be any of that. And so he decided to drive all the way back home, and he said he was going to come back here and meet me at 9:30, and he never did because he wasn't guaranteed frolic. Since when do I owe you sex, bitch? I don't even know your ass. All right? I don't know you. So online is a perfect place for avoidant personalities. Every electronic device is a wall. They hide behind walls in real life. You're not going to have any luck with them in real life if you meet them. They're avoidants. And unless they get what they want from you, they're out of there. Well, I'll tell you what, you could be out of there, period, anyway. I don't need a date from you. Yes, that's my favorite restaurant. But you know what? Dealing with you is already obnoxious. Why do I want to sit down with you for an hour or longer and you getting on my nerves already? Plus, he's a texter boy, which is one of my friend's comments that she likes to say, texter boy. That's an avoidant personality. I would rather text. I don't want to connect to you. I don't want to hear your voice. I don't want to hear you laugh. I don't want to hear your tone. I don't want to hear the joy in your voice when you talk about something exciting. Let's avoid all of that. Let's just stay behind our devices. Well, I'll tell you what, you can stay there for the rest of your life if you want to. I'm out. I'll cancel you in a heartbeat. With that being said, so I'm down to one more app, and it's hanging on a string. Hinge has issues with their tech support. They don't want to talk to you. They'll take your money, but they don't want to talk to you. So they put facts up, frequently asked questions, because they're hoping you find your answer there. If you can't respond to your messages, here's what they tell you in their instructions, because they don't want to talk to you again. So they make it difficult to reach customer support. They don't want to talk to you. So they'll say, well, bring your phone all the way, power your phone down, power it back up. That should resolve most issues. If that doesn't resolve the issue, remove the app off your phone and then put the app back on and you should be okay. You should be good to go. Why do I have to do all of that when you don't have any fucking tech support? So I have to stand on my head and spin around and do back handsprings in order to get your freaking app to work, which ain't worth shit anyway, because every single person on there is only interested in one thing only, and you expect me to do flips to get access to that? So Hinge got deleted today. All right? And I'm sorry. I know, I've been in a situation where I literally paid to be on a site, and that does not reduce the assholes. Y'all might be blown away by how many losers are paying to be a loser. I'm not kidding. I'm serious. They're paying money every single month. And they're no more interested than Tom, Dick, or Harry. All right? I'm going to tell you another problem. Because I'm an OG when it comes to this kind of thing. I know the tricks and, tricks of the trade. Another thing that they do is they jump offline and they never come back on, but they don't close their account. And even if they do close their account, a lot of times the company keeps the account on there. So it looks like that person is available for year after year after year after year. When they're not available, they're not even on there anymore. They're married with kids and they ran off into the sunset with their family. So when you delete your account, maybe it's not on there, but a lot of people either don't delete their account or they think it's deleted and the company keeps it on there because it makes their numbers look good. It makes the site look like they've got everybody swarming their site when in reality, that is not what's happening. Most of those people are unavailable because they're not online anymore or they just want one thing only or they prefer a pen pal. If somebody wants to text you all the time and they're not interested in hearing your voice, and they're not doing nothing but sitting on their stupid ass at their house, they're not really doing anything, so because they're too tired from work, they had dinner and everything, and they're just in chill mode, and they still don't want to talk to you, you're out. You're not worth talking to, but you're worth jumping up and down on. I'm not a trampoline. You're not jumping up and down on me. So he could talk that talk all day. I have to have the say so, and I decide whether you're going to do that or not, and I decide that's not going to happen. So you can talk about it, get yourself in a frenzy if you want to. I'm not going to do it, you know. So anyway, I just, yeah, online is perfect for people who have avoidant personality style. It is perfect. Everything is a wall. Everything is a wall. The phone is a wall. The computer is a wall. Everything is a wall. And for some people, well, the phone isn't as much of a wall because it's actually personal. You hear that person's voice. Well, they're trying to avoid that. I don't want to hear the emotions in your voice, and I don't want you to hear the lack of emotion in mine. So let's just stay with texting. No. I am the CEO and the president and the vice president and the chief financial officer, CFO, and the superintendent and everything of my life. The supervisor, I'm everything when it comes to my life, and I make the final decision. You don't make the final decision, and I don't care that you're sitting there with your wang in your hand. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not being treated as a human being. I'm being treated as an object to be manipulated and used by you. I went through that in the summer. No, I'm not. No more. I'm the boss. I'm the boss of my life, and I decide who I want in it. And if you are an avoidant dumbass, or you can't get off when you're involved with women that way, and even though that conversation was 1000% inappropriate, I'm glad I had that conversation with him because I learned where his head's at. And I learned that he's a liar. Oh, I can't do nothing because my hip is killing me. Oh, and another thing, let me tell you what else happened. I went out with my friend and his female friend last night. So we went to the restaurant. For some weird reason, that restaurant was closed, and it shouldn't have been, but it was closed. So I don't know what happened with that. It was very weird. We were really looking forward to going there, but they were closed. So I had asked Texter Boy, hope my friend doesn't mind me borrowing that word. I asked Texter Boy, why don't you come here and meet us? And he was really, really, really hesitant. And I had to call him because he doesn't talk on the phone. I had to call him. What call? So anyway, my phone's being weird. But anyway, so he didn't show up. And he said his hip was hurting. I can't, because he was supposedly hit by a car. Who knows if that's true or not. But he was supposedly hit. And so his hip was killing him. He couldn't go. But he goes to work every day. He wouldn't have no problem going on a date Friday. You could go out of town, drive half an hour to 45 minutes to come to see me for a date. But you can't see me in your town, in your city. You can't meet us at the restaurant. Oh, I gotta work. But he was coming here long distance on Friday. But I'm actually in your city. And he wouldn't show up. And didn't have the decency to text me and say, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it. You can't, I wanted us to have almost like a double date, not really because we weren't dating, but almost like a double date type of thing. So it's not awkward. It's not him and his lady and just me. Right? And the fool didn't show up. Oh, I can't make it, but I'll see you Friday. You think that sits well with me? It does not. So he got fired. Now he don't have to worry about it no more. It's a wrap. I'm done. Either act like a grown man and have interest in the person. You know what? Y'all might be shocked to know how many people are on a dating site who have zero interest in meeting someone. Zero. They don't have no desire to see you. And if they do, it's so they can warm you up like a microwave and get your legs up in the air. They don't want a relationship. I don't care what they told you. I don't care what they told you. It's not going to happen. They don't want that. None of them want that. I haven't met someone serious yet. And being online now is no different than when I was online years ago. It's the same BS, if not worse. Okay? I also talked to a guy, and I'll make this quick. I talked to a guy the other day who I think he is also another, if he's not a scammer, he's a liar. And he's full of himself, and I do believe he is a somatic narcissist. Let me tell you what a somatic narcissist is. Somebody who is physically fit, someone who works out all the time, and someone who, yeah, look at that muscle. Damn, I'm fine. He thinks he's God's gift because he has a beautiful body, and he's a narcissist already. And then those who worship their bodies, not everybody who works out is a somatic narcissist, but he is a somatic narcissist. He's in love with his body and his looks. He's okay looking. I've seen better. Anyway, long story short, I started doing detective work on the information that he told me because I know people can lie as easily as they can breathe. And he said he had a fitness center in Jefferson City. When I asked him what was the name of it, I'd love to see it. You know, don't you have a website? He was very iffy on the information he gave me. And he said, well, do you know Helsinger Road in Jefferson City? Do you know Helsinger Road? And I said, no, I'm not familiar with it. And he said, well, it's called City Fits. Well, I researched it. There's no such thing as City Fits. I said, well, does it have another name? Why are you asking me so many questions? What's going on? You're interrogating me? You don't trust me? There's your sign. The fact that what you're saying doesn't line up, and yes, I'm going to check. Because y'all are freaking liars. Y'all can't stop lying. You can't stop lying. You cannot stop lying. So yes, everything you say, if there's anything that I can investigate, I will. Okay? There's no such thing as City Fits. He did have a fitness center that he owned in Chicago, but he does not have one in Missouri. I don't know what in the hell he's talking about. He's lying. Because I saw his actual, well, actually, it could be a fake site, but I don't think it is. Him and his daughter actually wrote a book on fitness and whatnot because she's a gymnast. So that could have been a real site, and he could have had a real business. His face was on the page, and I did see inside the gym and what they offer and everything else. So that looked more realistic, although that could all be made up. I don't know. But he did show the picture of the book, so you could actually look up the book and see if that's real too. But anyway, whatever, whether it's real or not, I don't care. But it looked real in Chicago. But there's no such thing as a fitness center that he owns in Jefferson City. I said, me and my friend come there all the time. Maybe we could come and check it out. Well, if you legitimately owned a business, you'd be excited for someone to come by. Oh, I'd love to see you. Come on, sure. He got defensive. Everything I said to him, he was defensive. Well, what do you mean? Why are you asking me that? There's your sign. They lie as easily as they can breathe. I love you guys. Be careful. Don't do online. If you could avoid online and meet people in real life, join a meetup social group. Join a meetup group where you actually meet other people. That's not a guarantee either. Y'all know what happened to me, and you know the type of person I met. Horrible. But there might be at least one that's not horrible. And some guys on Meetup are deliberately on Meetup because they're trying to meet women. Because they can't meet women in real life. So they will get online, they'll create Meetup in their own groups to use that to manipulate women. So some of them might be legit, but a lot of them are not. I found that out too. Okay, so y'all be very careful. People can lie as easily as they can bat their eye. They can lie as easily as they can breathe. So and if somebody keeps feeding you information, investigate. Make sure that they're not lying. Their favorite thing, lying. Okay, y'all take care. Love you. Bye-bye.